How's it going, everybody? Shinigami here to bring you another riveting One Piece review. I know, been about 2 weeks since then, right? But plenty of stuff has happened, and I might end up starting to do anime reviews for One Piece. Cause boy, we're getting into the peak of it. Maybe I should backtrack and maybe start to the beginning of Egghead, cause just seeing what we got to work with. Again, for the most recent episode that came out 1126, it's pretty riveting, right? You got Luffy fighting Kizaru, and then at the very end, when hope looks to all been lost, he turns into his Gear 5th form and grabs Kizaru. And what I'm surprised about is that Kizaru even let him grab him. But like, it might have happened so quick that it was just like, boom, turn into a giant, boom, grab him. You think this is over, boy? Not yet. You know, and then everybody gets to see firsthand the god of liberation, right? But side tangent. That's going to be the episode review that I'll eventually do. But, oh, yeah. This week's episode, or this week's manga chapter, pretty good. And if not anything else, definitely sets the tone for what's going to happen with the God's Knights. You know, you have the, I guess you could say, the apparitions that are being made by Killium. And then you have Summers having the thorn fruit and, you know, protecting the kids, or I should say stopping the kids from being able to get rescued by Saul. And again, you got Gunko fighting, you know, face to face with quite a bit of the Straw Hats, and it's not looking too good. So let's jump into it before I start blabbing too much. First off, we get this beautiful fucking cover page. Not a normal cover page, whatever artwork you want to call it. But it's got the main six from, basically from Alabasta, right? Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Usopp, Nami, and Chopper. It's pretty good. Pretty happy. You can see there, Nami looking good. Chopper looking cute as ever. Usopp do it. I think this was actually from that chapter where they were still in that Lego block building castle thing from Roto. But yeah, moving on. A Stir in the Silence. Chapter 1146 of the One Piece manga. Then we get a nice image here. Oni Child Yamato and the Holy Shrine, Holy Inari Shrine Pilgrimage Volume 31. I can't believe we've already had 31 of these and it's not been very consistent, but whatever. Pretty good. And then you just have Ulti basically going up to Yamato being like, we owe you our lives. Please, let's serve you. And then Pepe over there just kind of like, oh, what? Granted, I'm sure he'd be up to it as well. It's not like it'd be a big deal. But this is a good thing to happen for Yamato, right? If she can gain some followers. If she can get ulti in page 1. Bro, that's some strong fighters just off the bat. And then you have the guy, the carpenter that Frankie was working under. And of course, Otama. So, not too much to really go off of there other than, you know, it seems like Ulti and Pepe will be serving under Yamato and possibly in a better way. As we continue from that large-scale fight. Who the heck is that? It must be the intruder. Intruder? The human intruder. The ones who totally outclassed the castle guards. What's your deal? You're behind the kidnapping, aren't you? Did you say human? And Brook's here just like, oh? We are gods. You sound like an L or one of those celestial dragons. Gods? Right? And I'm glad that they even mentioned an L. Bro, he would be such a good reappearance to finally make it into the manga back again. Or just the story all over again. It'd be great if he comes back during this chapter. That would be badass, but, you know, all hopes aside. Why would you go after the children of Elbath? Yeah, they're my friends. Tap, tap. She's walking closer. Where are you taking them? Or actually, I think those are the kids. Might be the kid. Yeah, it's the kid. Let them go. A child like you should know when to hold your tongue. Even for us, a clean abduction isn't feasible given the sheer size of our quarry. You see there that Frankie just did a radical beam, knocked out the fucking thundercloud thing, and Bonnie and Lilith are happy. Our only option is to ensure passage to the Holy Land. Was to make them walk themselves over there. The Holy Land? You mean Marijois? You're celestial dragons? No way, they're the worst. She's nothing like the ones I was picturing though. Let me see, Brook. I'm afraid this one likely holds an even higher rank, a God's Knight. Indeed. And then Shiro? You just got a little sound effect, whatever, for her unleashing her arrow. Don't tell me you're gonna force those kids into slavery. And then Usopp getting freaked out by the arrow. Ah, what the heck is this arrow thing? And then you got Nami. We won't let you. Zeus! You called Nami? Wah, go away, I won't stop chasing me. Thunder Shark. Tempo. And then redirect. Oh shit. What? Even fucking Zeus there is surprised. He's like, what's going on? The world was meant to simply vanish one day. That's how it's supposed to go. Run, Nami! And then getting zapped. Kya, I'm sorry. Nami! Luckily we see that it wasn't Nami that got hit. It was me. Oh, it was you. Thank you. However, some among the humans realized that what lay in store. Clover, Nami's dad. Nami's dad. Nami's mom. No, not my. Jesus, fuck, dude. Just retire. Robin's mother, and of course Vegapunk, and they made sure the entire world would know. And then you got Usopp. Green Star. All of a sudden, take that. We're not afraid of celestial dragons, you bastard. She's fucking blown half to hell, and somehow makes it back. Right? She's regenerating. Gah, that was overkill, Usopp. It completely blew up her top half. I'm so sorry. Huh? What? And then you just see crackling from her, basically. She's regenerating. I felt bad for her, but this is creepy. I must say, it is rather unnerving to see the dead rise. Fucking Brook. Well, sure. Once it starts, it cannot be undone. No one can stop it. And again, she's got a good pose there. Holy shit. Anyway. Wah! I knew it. The arrow must point to their target. Leave it to me, Usopp. An attack that telegraphs itself? How absurd. The countdown has started, and you got this fucking dragon coming in on them too. This ghost, this fucking Draugr, another, probably the Loki thing, some big fucking bird, which I think might be Needhog. Who knows? No, it's not Needhog. My bad. Oh, sorry. This is the boat where Dory and Groggy are. The world is already entangled in the opening salvo of the coming Great War. A worldwide war? That's never gonna happen. So this plot was to take the kids as hostages and put Elbaf under your thumb? That's beyond cowardly. I am merely carrying out the message. It must... Oh, hold up. You know what? Oopsie. Gotta be able to see a little better. There you go, guys. Oh, sorry. It is said the Giants' alliance will greatly shape how the conflict unfolds this time. And then you got a nice shot of Luffy and Loki both just bat to high hell. At least they're recovered. Loki, I don't know how much he's recovered, but Luffy definitely is. I am merely carrying out the mission. It may will... Or is it if? It may will turn out... No, it may will turn out to be a fruitless endeavor. Sorry, I can't read for shit. I don't particularly understand the concept of hostages. The lives of a few children are as worthless as trash to me. What's wrong with you? You fiend! And then you got Colin over there trying to, raise a sword to them, and all of a sudden she gets fucking yanked by an arrow. Colin! 5,000 brick! Gavit! And then whip! Both of their attacks. Alloy fated arrow. And she's able to make them hit each other, which is just like, ooh, fuck, damn, she's quick. And even Nami fucking gets hit with a fucking arrow. Nami! And then whoosh, you got Usopp trying to hit her. Damn you! And then again, ooh, knee right to the fucking chin and cheek. God damn. Well, are you ready, Killiam? Whatever. Kill him. To tell the truth, Elbaf's communication network is limited. It's a shame, but at least they have one of those important points in each village. Ah, Principal Kiba. Ah. And I'm going to have to zoom out on this one because I still can't tell what the fuck. Oh no, he just got fucking thrown by Killiam. Holy shit, dude, this guy is strong. Oh my, those are quite sharp. And he throws him. Principal, I can't move. That's because I used sleep paralysis on you. So this big old thing is a telediction snail. Never heard of it. Summers, try talking through it. You should be able to transmit nationwide. Got it. But I'm gonna need a sec, Killiam. This one should go down soon. He is a former vice admiral. And you got Sol just huffing and puffing, bleeding to high hell. I thought you died in Ohara. Huff, huff. Robin, Chopper, don't move. Say hidden in my hair. And you just got Chopper, you know, kind of thinking, Sol, a school library. You should cut the peaceful crap. You're meant to be warriors. There was a time when your people might shook the world. You were supposed to be our mercenaries, right, Harold? The children, I'm begging you, take care of them. Hey, you hear that? Gee-ha-ha-ha. And he gets fucking taken down. King Harold, that bastard. He really messed everything up. What could the noble king have done? Alright. Pretty interesting fucking chapter, that's for sure. Now, I do have a few things to say here that makes me wonder, and possibly indication of what King Harold did. After reading it twice over now, I am of the belief that he knew the giants were going to be compelled to try and fight for the God's Knights, and I should say the Celestial Dragons, right? The Marie's Rock. He found this out and said, no, we're not going to do that. And that's the only reason why he decided to put, you know, the whole prospect of peace and not fighting amongst each other, the wars and all that stuff, gotta go away. We gotta be a peaceful nation. That way, we won't be compelled to join the God's Knights, the warriors of, you know, the Celestials, and in turn would give us a more of a reason to just be like, look, we're not a threat. We're not gonna fight. Our warriors are not very strong, right? They'll at most be the strength of not even a Yonko, but like a vice admiral, maybe, right? Something that really isn't that strong, but is still kind of strong, right? Because giants just naturally have better strength than others. But I want to say that this was done intentionally, because if it was found out, that, you know, they defected, basically, they would be in even more trouble than they are in right now, having to, you know, possibly join the Celestial Dragons in a contract that wasn't really agreed upon all the giants, right? We obviously, we know that there are giants that live among the other that aren't part of Elbaf, right? But King Harold had a specific reason for changing his mind, right? Yeah, so again, I still think Elder Jarul, I'm going to call him Jarul, I think it's a little funnier instead of Jarl. I think he had a reason for knowing what happened, and again, him having King Harold's sword fucking stabbed into, well, not even stabbed, but slashed into his skull, was because he was there during that event, right? And maybe was lied to and I still hold this theory, I think it's going to definitely play out the way we think it is that King Harold objected to his people having to be subjugated under the celestial dragons, right? And be made slave warriors, basically, right? He objected to that full-heartedly. So what did he do? He made them peaceful. And then you had someone who looked up to Roxy Sebek, Loki, and his whole thing was that, well, hey, I look up to someone that praises basically destruction, violence, and other things like that, right? And to be halted by someone that wants to provoke peace, right? That didn't fit with Loki's beliefs of what the giants were. And then you have someone like Elder Ja Rule whispering sweet nothings to Loki, basically being like, you know how good we were back then? You know how feared we were as a country because of our warriors? Your father is not allowing us to peak or even meet the expectations that were upon us. I need you to slay him so that way we can get back to being the feared country of giants that we are. It's the only thing that makes sense in this, because again, he got fucking hammered. At this point, still hasn't even really, we haven't really seen him react to the situation that's going on, but we can't imagine that it's very happy, right? Because a bunch of his people are being attacked, kidnapped, possibly slaughtered by the God's Knights. But maybe someone that, you know, held a grudge against the late king would have a reason to not do anything, not react. Again, he fucking lost his brother by a mad fucking crazy little kid that had obscene amount of strength for the size that she was. And I'm sure that gave him a reason to be like, look, we lost to a fucking kid. I lost my brother to a kid. Big mom, right? But that could have also fueled his rage, his desire to be like, no, we're not going to be pushovers. We're going to take over this shit and make sure that we have the strongest people of any nation, because we're giants. We have the capability. We have the size and the strength to prove it. And what ended up happening? He betrayed his king, tricked Loki, or deceived him, that's right, and made him into the undesirable that we have now, where Loki is basically saying, you think I would have done this because I wanted to? No, I was forced to. Okay? That all happened, it all turned out how it did, and now he's able to sit in silence, wipe his hands clean, Loki's taken care of. I don't gotta worry about anybody finding the key, because, you know, it's locked away behind that secret room. Obviously, the only other person that found it was Skopper Gaban and some other people that took the treasure, but it might have just been Elder Ja Rule that took it. But it makes sense. I think it makes sense that Ja Rule totally made fucking Loki do this, or tricked him into doing it, because he made him believe, oh, you gotta be strong. You want to be a warrior, right? Kill your father since he's being a bitch. All right? That's how I perceive it. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know down in the comments below. But without further ado, this has been Ace Shinigami. I don't even know the word. I'm back. But we're making another video, and we will definitely talk about the anime stuff that's adding so much more to what we got from the manga. So with that being said, Ace Shinigami signing out. Y'all have a good night, good evening, and good morning. Happy Easter. See you next time. Bye.